thought there was things happened.
A
lot.
For my money, I felt like Ghana just needed to be necessary. You know why? Euthanasia.
Yes.
Yeah, mercy killing. Just
Yes,
get them
mercy.
out of their pain, because the coach looked like he was on pain throughout the tournament.
His reaction of the first goal.
He never looked. He looked funny. Like Chris Hutton just. You should never get a coach from Europe to come coach in Africa in their 50s and 60s, please. By the way, leave those old men alone. Pick someone who's an African.
Someone who knows the
terrain,
Yes.
the lay of the land.
Yes.
Yeah. So Nigeria was just bad. Nigeria was a car crash from day one.
Nigeria.
No, Ghana. Sorry.
Ghana.
Car
Yeah.
crash.
Yeah, and I saw that game on Monday against Mozambique.
Yes.
They're winning 2-0. Of course, I didn't understand how they are winning 2-0 first
You
of all.
actually tweeted. You
Yes.
said somehow
Yes.
they are winning 2-0.
Yeah, they are winning 2-0 because all of them were penalties, and some of them, okay, the second one I didn't think was a penalty. And so you're thinking, okay, so at least you've got the advantage that you wanted. You're leading 2-0.
Yeah, they can't defend.
Nothing can go wrong. And then all of a sudden, Mozambique scored twice.
Everything went wrong.
Everything went wrong for that team. I don't think there was any way to help them. And I understand the journalists think they did in the aftermath of that game. That was a collapse.
Yeah, because now they considered the extra time both goals.
Yes.
I think as Demo said, it's good walipewa tu waende tu kwanza waende wajipange huko. But I think now the conversation now is what's the next steps for them? They're rebuilding again. Who do they bring on board? Because now Chris Hutton has gone.
They didn't like Chris Hutton from day one.
Yeah.
They didn't. It's just a complex that I never thought Ghana would go anywhere. I told you guys at the start of the Afcon. I told you they wouldn't go anywhere. I don't get it why they got him. They have to change. And you see, they have many problems. If you've read how they are...
Yeah,
because I'm good friends with Ghanaian journalists, and everything they've said, they've done a postmortem of postmortems. I wish you would do that here. Yes. How players were picked, which players were dropped. The guy who was subbed at halftime because they thought he looked fatigued.
Yeah, and he has to watch fatigue.
Yes.
In the interviews.
Then there's the player they were showing yesterday saying, you know what, this guy saying he was so good in training, but no one ever
picked him, yes.
All the way to the fact that Jordan Ayew apparently was not crossing the balls early when Inaki Williams is on the pitch, but as soon as Dede came in, he kept whipping in crosses. They have done postmortem of postmortems. But they need a rethink. They need a proper rethink. And it's not just them.
Yeah.
But I think their case is worse.
Yeah, because there's also a lot of politics as well.
Yes.
Think,
Algeria's problem is easy. Algeria did what Germany did with World Cup 2018. They have a crop of young players, but the coach likes the old men like me.
Yeah.
So the old men just were not working, and then the coach now tried to change too late last game. So things didn't work.
Yeah.
And then they met a team that was just determined. I think they are my favorite team at the Afcon.
Mauritania.
Yes.
Mauritania.
Physically imposing men who work hard
Yes.
off the ball. Every 50-50 they are there ahead of you.
Yeah.
Every 50-50
Yeah.
wako hapo mbele yako. They are not rough, but utasikia uzito. I like the way they played.
Yeah, they stood out. It was I talked about it being solid and composed and mature for a nation that hadn't won even an Afcon game. For them to have produced that because they scored so early.
Mauritania kicked out who? Sorry, before I confuse Algeria and Tunisia at times.
Mauritania kicked out Algeria.
So I'm right, yes.
Yeah, and they scored so early, I think in the 37th minute in the first half. And the rest of it was how long can you hold on to this? Because remember, Algeria, they had started with the young kids, and then all of a sudden Slimani started coming in, Benacer was coming into the game, Mahrez was coming on to the game, and you thought, okay, now this will
I actually thought that's when I thought imeisha. Because I thought these guys, how are they? No, you see, first of all, they've been dropped.
Yes.
So now they're being brought back.
Yeah.
They are like,
So there's a discord.
Last chance saloon.
And then Mauritania made subs, attacking subs.
Yes.
Yes, more than, yes.
Tuna break.
Other than defense.
If they could finish.
Yeah.
If their number 10 guy wasn't a bit selfish.
Yes.
That game they've seen it off. But yes, I think their problem is easier. Just evolve the team.
Yeah.
Evolve the team.
But Ben Maldi is gone already.
Yeah. He had to.
So then it's a new coach.
They have to
now
get a new manager.
Yeah, but you see the crop is there.
Someone
Like,
who can...
I listened to the BBC, and one of their journalists called Maha Mahadzi, who's really, really good, like a top journalist. And he was explaining the fight in Algeria has been that. Evolve the team. Bring in young, fresh blood.
Yeah.
Mahrez, Feghouli, Slimane. let's bring in the new guys.
Is Amrabat in that list?
No, Amrabat is Moroccan.
Morocco.
Sorry.
Amrabat is Moroccan. That's a whole different problem. That's a whole different problem.
The base is already there, so it's just
Yeah,
bring it
like
to the
just
next
bring
level.
them up. Like let them come up. But Belmadi is done well with them.
Yes.
But I think the warning signs were there 2 years ago.
Yeah.
They should have gone like hapa kuna shida.
Something is
But then they held on. Tunisia have no opinion. I think Tunisia were just poor.
Oh,
I think they were just poor. And of course the Ivory Coast squeaked through. The Ivory Coast were bad. They are bad. Let me tell you guys.
Yeah.
Of all the Afcon games I have watched, that score for Equatorial Guinea versus Ivory Coast, I don't think anyone can ever better it.
the four.
You know the way you see the goal, the 1-0, and I saw the goal in the one. I was coming to do spot on TV, so I saw the one goal, and then I saw the way the coach reacted, and that is what made me worried. The Ivorian coach, when that goal went in, the way he held his head, I was like, hey, boss, but ni mapema sana. Hey, you check scores 3-0. Whoa, what do you mean? 4.
Yeah.
4. Nyumbani.
They were so open. They were so open in that game, and even when you look at those
Yeah, they've been poor
last 2
defenses.
goals,
Even the mistakes.
the guy was so alone with the ball, like just moving on and then shooting. And for Ivory Coast, what didn't help them also, because I thought they had an opportunity to come back, they were missing one-on-ones. 3 of them. If you don't score those chances, then you're sure that you're going to concede at the other end. It's going to be bad for you. But for them to qualify with that kind of performance and get into the round of 16, oh man, it explains how this Afcon is.
But now the pressure is piling on them because even remember after that loss, remember the fans applauding their opponents.
Yeah.
Then
they
waiting
walked
for
out.
them as they were walking out of the stadium. The
Yeah.
pressure is on them right now because they know.
Are they really under pressure?
I think they are.
They're playing
They are
Senegal.
playing Senegal. Who
is that-
here thinks they are going to beat Senegal?
And Senegal is the most
There are several
informed.
people who think that they
team.
would because this Afcon doesn't have a script.
But you see,
The only solid team, team,
But
senior,
it's
big team,
It's Senegal.
Lions of
is
Tehran.
the one you're
Yeah,
meeting.
it's Senegal.
The only one which seems to have a plan. And this says a lot about the other ones. The only one who seems to have a plan. They are the ones we are going to surprise.
You never know.
This Ivory Coast. This Ivory Coast whose best player plays in the Middle East.
Yes. Okay,
Come on.
that's
This
not
one.
me. That's not me. But people believe that looking at it,
Who are these people?
people who've been watching this Africa Cup of Nations and seeing the kind of upsets and shocks we've had, they believe that you never know. These guys are playing at home. You never know what's going to happen. You come on your worst day and you're going to find people on their best day.
Another team that was put out of his misery last night was Cameroon. Cameroon played Niger. 2-0 easy. Done. Over. Again, this is easily, I think I've used this word too often
Yes.
this year. This is easily the worst Cameroonian team in my lifetime of watching Cameroon. My first memories of Cameroon is 1990 World Cup. Okay? When they beat Argentina 1-0 in the opening game.
Can I ask,
and they got 2 red
Was
cards.
Roger Miller there?
Yes,
Okay.
he was. Roger Miller was put in the team by the order of the president.
What?
Said, please, get that guy. He was the mlete hapo kwa team akaingia. But Francois Mambi with the header. Was a corner, header, the keeper spilled it a bit, but yes. But that Cameroon team was men. Stephen Toto, Emmanuel Kunde, Jack Songo. Men. And then you come to the golden generation of Eto'o and Mboma and Rigobert Song
Yes.
and Jeremy and Pierre Wome and Raymond Kalan Congo and Laurent Tamemaya and Patrick Mboma, and Pius Ndiefi. Golden generation. Then you come to this one that fumbled its way to an Afcon in 2017, the one for Vincent Abubakar, my age mate.
Yeah.
And then you come to this one. Who's that guy who plays number 9? He falls all over the place.
Magri.
Yeah.
It's Magri.
Hi.
Magdi. Oh,
Yes,
Magri.
that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only guy I like in that team is the guy who's called Wu.
Oh, Christopher Wu. Yeah.
I just like the name.
Yes.
But Cameroon as a team, terrible. Cameroon used to be the... You guys remember Bukalium, Idris Carlos Kameni, Jack Songo, Thomas Nkono. From that to Ondoa,
And his replacement is
Stroke Onana.
And Onana.
The biggest superstar.
There was nothing changed with what we watched with them in the group stages to this game yesterday.
But what would change?
Maybe he thought that you would put in some effort after Samuel Eto'o comes in and talks about you guys, you're not Cameroonians.
If
and you
any
need to
of
be
you,
Cameroonians.
no matter how much you talk, kama uwezi
Yeah,
uwezi.
equality, man.
You can make all the noise you want,
Yeah.
But if you are not good enough, you are not good enough.
This team had 0 shots on target yesterday.
Just from the start of the game, you
They
could
were not
see
even close.
They weren't even comfortable. There's a way you see a player, how he moves with the ball, you see, there's something. But in yesterday's game, even since the start of the tournament,
Yeah.
I was never convinced with this team.
And even the second goal, like no one is even marking Lukman's run.
Just
It's
the first
just
goal.
alone.
The first goal
Yeah.
showed it all.
No, the first goal I thought it was Osimhen's pass
Strength.
and pass.
Yeah.
Because the pass put Lukman right through.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
it was a pass where if that ball didn't squeak in, Lukman would have had a few explanations to make.
Yes.
But
The second goal,
Cameroon just
no marking at all.
they look like, and I get where Eto'o was coming from in this sense.
Right.
If I told you guys, I listened to the podcast about Yaya Toure, Gabi, and Efane Koku talking about the pressure of playing at an Afcon, the demands that people put on you, and maybe some of these young players who have been brought up abroad, who are coming in to play for you, they weren't born in Douala or Yaoundé or Dakar or whatever. They may not understand why
What it
this is
means.
as important.
Yeah.
So I get that bit.
Yes.
But also I feel like the quality is just not there.
Yeah.
And he
That's-
didn't help them by not getting them a coach who can really coach. Because the coach is his boy. I don't think Rigobert Song can coach. And his assistant is Sebastian Migne. No offense to Migne, but Migne was coaching Harambee Stars the other day. I'm not sure I'm not sure that trajectory is.
It's not bright.
I'm not sure you Harambee Stars to Indomitable Lions as assistant coach. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So maybe a coach
Yes.
who can coach within what you have. Maybe the players also, maybe. I don't know, but just Cameroon looks bad, man. They should start by wearing better jerseys. I know everyone likes the whole print thing, but no. This is Cameroon. Yeah, this is Cameroon. Cameroon should not look like a zebra.
Yeah.
Oh.
Shouldn't look like a zebra, where I come from. Cameroon should not look like that. So me, I have a fight from the uniform going forward. But yeah, they were bad. They were terrible. And now that you're talking about bad things, has a team ever been gone a man up and then you know it's going to end badly?
I didn't. I didn't
When
know.
Namibia went a man up,
Yeah.
and then you watched the next 10 minutes, you knew these ones are in trouble. They don't know what to do. It's like they had one game plan. Angola have the ball, we stay compact on the
Yeah.
edge of our box, like we beat Tunisia. Yes. Had to have the ball, they didn't know what to do. And then Angolans just picked them up. Again, the pass, the pass before the assist.
Yes. It was from Freddy. Doing his best Patrick Mahomes on this championship Sunday. Yeah, I agree. I agree. There was class in that Angolan team. And first of all, even from the coach, I read that story about Gonçalves and how he's developed even the under 17 teams to finishing in that place and qualifying for the FIFA under 17 World Cup. And he's been there since 2015. So credit to him for having remained there and credit to the federation also. This team now is getting to the quarterfinals. They've never been there since 2010. And you think about Gelson Dalla, who's scoring all these goals. I think he leveled the record by Manucho in 2010 also. The kind of goals that he was scoring yesterday and the kind of distribution that he was having, I would really fear facing Angola right now. And you all talk about that Mabululu goal. It was special.
You don't think Namibia are just...
They were nowhere.
From the
Namibia-
get-go,
Like Namibia make them look nice. Make them look
they
nicer
did.
than
They
they
did.
might be.
They did, and I would have tweeted something in regards to Angola being so good, but I restricted it because I understood that Namibia just fumbled on it. From the get-go, they were playing those long balls, and it could have worked. And it could have worked in that they got that red card early on, and you think that, okay, now you have the ball, now do something with it, and they didn't. And I thought the commentators were right on it with how they were not doing anything right with the ball on it. And then Angola score on this side, and then you get red carded again, you make it a 10-10 game. Self-implosion.
Let's finish with Oduor Owino, who says, Felix Oduor, how do you think the mighty Harambee Stars would have fared if we had qualified? Tungekuwa nyumbani. We would be home right now.
Same was up na TZ too.
Yes. And I say that without fear of ever. We would be back home.
If you're in the same group with
We win-
Ivory
we
Coast,
win-
I fancy our
we win
chances.
the-
Hakuna.
that group is like-
Let me tell you something.
Come on.
We shall play that Ivory. Are we playing
Yeah,
that
we're
You're
playing
playing them
Ivory
when you
Coast
play Gambia
and
too.
Gambia as well.
Gambia
And that's
wouldn't get
another
a
team that
point.
is very, very, very hard.
You think we would have had a chance?
Sin tumesema ni bidii inahitajika hapa.
there is BD. Then
Sisi.
there's
Yeah.
something.
You think Gabon? Anyway, let's come back talk about today's games. There's today's games. There's a Battle of Guinea. Then there is
Egypt.